Fearless is the word head coach Becky Carlson used to describe this year's freshman class. One of the 8 freshmen, Layla Scott, finished the day with 3 tries, lighting up the new Quinnipiac scoreboard. With a 16-18-4 record, Quinnipiac ends its season under 500 for the first time in 22 years. The loss also means Quinnipiac will be missing out on championship weekend for the first time since 2012, closing its door on the season. Too many men on the ice penalty sent Thomas Alderuth to the Quinnipiac penalty box, and BC took advantage. Petrozelli did a great job last night. He saved 22 of 23 saves, and for me, it was his ability to face adversity. Pecknell has been stressing it throughout the entire season that sometimes this year it hasn't been like past Quinnipiac teams where they rise to the occasion. And while the open sign of the old Cork and Barrel may still be lit, in only 2 weeks, the new Cork and Barrel liquor store will be open right across the street on Whitney Ave, only steps away from the St. Rita School. The Quinnipiac women's rugby team has won 3 straight national championships. The back-to-back-to-back champs avenged their loss to Dartmouth with a 29-20 win at home on Sunday.
We started out of the gate wanting to win instead of getting off the bus and assuming that we were going to win. And that's something that we suffered from in the first time that we matched up against them. And it was actually one of those things where losing taught us more than winning ever could, because that was our motivation today. There's a big picture of the scoreboard of losing to Dartmouth from the very, second game of the season in our locker room. And we knew the only way to get back to them and actually have some kind of recourse was to see them in the playoffs, and it just ended up being in the championship. So it was poetic, but it was nice.
Senior Alona Marr was awarded MVP honors after scoring 5 tries and 2 assists on the weekend.
I think it's the best decision I've made to be able to transfer onto a team with such great players. I sometimes forget that I've only been here 3 years.
While the Bobcats have dominated the National Intercollegiate Rugby Association over recent years, it hasn't been as easy as Quinnipiac makes it look.
There isn't a level of an assumption that we were going to get the three-peat again this year. Nothing is going to get handed to you. You have to work every single day, every single training, and take it game by game. Just because you won the first national championship, just because you won the second, that does not mean that the third is going to get handed to you.
All of us came to the school because we were ready to do something great with this sport. To see how rugby's going to grow and to know that we had a little part in that is everything to me.
Quinnipiac's senior class graduates with an exclamation mark. Alona Marr, Flora Poole, Taylor Schutzler and company are confident in the program's future as well as the state of women's college rugby. Reporting from the Quinnipiac Rugby Pitch, Kyle Levasseur, Q30 Sports. Embarrassing and panicked were 2 words Quinnipiac head coach Rand Pecknold used to describe his team's performance on Tuesday. Yet just 3 days later, Pecknold described his team's battle level as excellent. It was that attitude that led Quinnipiac to defeat the number 3 team in the nation, Clarkson, 4-1.
Again, tonight, there was adversity. I think just from our whole season, there's been adversity, and we found a way to battle through it tonight and be prepared.
3 different Bobcats scored against one of the best goalies in the country, Jake Kiley. Tanner McMaster gave the Bobcats a 1-0 lead just 2 minutes into the game that they never looked back on.
Our line's, playing really well. Jermaine came onto our line, and, I think we felt instant chemistry. I think we all attribute, to each other's games, and I think things have just been working out, so hopefully it continues.
While the offense thrived, goalie Keith Petrozelli allowed just 1 goal to the conference's highest scoring offense.
We did a lot of system stuff. We changed our forecheck a little bit on them, and we obviously had to get our matchups right. It was nice being at home versus them, but I think coaches did a great job preparing us for them with video and all that stuff. And boys were unreal tonight, shutting them down.
Why were the Bobcats so successful? The reason is simple.
I think we just have to look at what we did well tonight, and it's passion. I use the phrase a lot: you can't fake passion. You can't fake it.
Quinnipiac will look to continue to play passionate hockey as they welcome St. Lawrence to town tomorrow night. The Saints are on the rise. They picked up their first 2 conference wins of the season just a weekend ago, and their last 7 matchups have only been decided by 1 goal. For Q30 Sports, I'm Kyle Levasseur. A little MAC Hoops. Quinnipiac 500 in MAC play with 4 of their 6 wins this season coming at Lender Court. They're only 2-11 when they're not playing in Hamden. And Rich Kelly, a nice silky smooth pass to Abdai Bundu for the layup. Quinnipiac leads 12-9. Later in the half, Cam Young tries to get admitted to the dunk club, but Greg King says denied. Call that man the bouncer. Niagara leads by 1. But Cam Young gets a nice assist on an Isaiah Washington three-pointer. Bobcats would lead 37-35 at halftime. But it would become the Khalil Dukes show in the second half. The Hartford, Connecticut native took over, hits a three with a hand in his face. Niagara would lead 62-56 with 8 minutes left. And here again, his foot's on the line, but that's a deep two-pointer. Dukes would finish the game leading all players to 23 points. Purple Eagles would go on to win 81-73. The runner-up for play of the week, men's basketball, Aaron Robinson, like I said, the shot of his life, a huge insurance three-pointer for the Bobcats as they go on to win by 3.
Post pad is down on the ice and the back pad is up. This provides good vision down to the ice. His stick here is perpendicular to the goal line. So what happens here, by having his stick perpendicular to the goal line and being decisive, holding the post, it forces this player towards the front of the net. He doesn't give him access for a cheap goal, short side, and his eyes stay down on the puck all the way around towards the top of the net, and he knows where the other post is, and he makes that play first off the post, staying with him in the middle, and then a final play back towards the post.
It's March and the college basketball playoffs are underway. We have all your coverage from the MAC tournament in Albany.
And it's the Battle of Whitney Avenue playoff edition for the men's ice hockey team. How would they fare in a best-of-3 series?
It's 9:30 Eastern, and you know what that means. Sports Pause is on the air.
Let's do it.
Robinson for 3. Quinnipiac will advance to the semifinals.
Quinnipiac and Yale in playoff hockey. What else could you ask for?
I just love beating Yale.
Number 1 seed, Quinnipiac Bobcats, winners of 20 consecutive games.